Hey guys, welcome back to another tips and tricks video. In this video, I'm going to teach you guys how to edit faster on controller and clip your opponents like this.
Give me mod. Me and Clem are best duos.
Controller players weren't gifted with the scroll wheel reset, which makes the average controller player slower than the average mouse and keyboard player when it comes to editing. However, if you stick until the end of this video, you'll see a drastic change in your edit speed and your edit consistency. I'm going to show you guys 5 easy tips that will literally make your editing speed twice as fast as it once used to be. So, without further interruptions, let's get right into the video. The first tip is to put your select bind on RB or R1. I actually learned this from a guy named Avery's Takeoff, so make sure to check him out in the description below. A lot of controller players don't have trigger stoppers, which kind of slows down their trigger speeds. If you're using an Xbox controller or a PlayStation controller and you can afford trigger stoppers, then make sure to invest in it. It helps quite a lot and it definitely makes you faster. Otherwise, you want to have your select button on RB so that you can select a tile as fast as possible. There is a decent amount of time required to push your triggers all the way to the bottom. That alone affects your timing and your consistency. In order to prevent that, you definitely would want your select bind on one of your bumpers, preferably the right bumper. It just isn't worth pressing the triggers because of the time it takes for the triggers to fully register compared to the bumpers. Trust me, this small change takes time, but it will definitely make you faster. The second tip is to turn on confirm edit on release, and I know that's pretty controversial. Edit on release is not as bad as it seems. A lot of controller players say that there is a small delay. However, that small delay is worth it for the convenience of only pressing one button to confirm your edit. The only way for me to recommend edit on release off is if you are used to it and you feel faster because of it. However, 9 times out of 10 for players who are struggling with their edit speed would appreciate edit on release because of how quick you can just confirm your edits. You literally just need to press your edit button and your select button to confirm an edit. You will definitely be slightly more consistent if you practice enough compared to edit on release being off. However, if you feel that confirm edit on release is being slightly off and you find that having it off makes you faster, then I'm not going to stop you. It's a battle between speed and convenience, but the speed of edit on release off and the speed of edit on release on is barely noticeable. The third tip is to use the training maps that I put in the description below. These maps are specifically designed to improve your editing speed as well as your aim, your building, and your consistency. I highly recommend playing these maps for at least 10 minutes every Fortnite session before your arena grind. This is one of the things that makes pros superior over your average Champion Leagues player. Their training routine is absolutely insane and they are constantly improving despite already being ahead of the game. If you don't have the time to grind these maps, then at least spend 5 minutes on these maps. It is definitely worth the extra time. These maps train your muscles to perform set actions on autopilot. After that, you'll start to edit faster automatically without even focusing. The fourth tip is to minimize your movement when editing. This is actually called Crosshair Placement, and players who don't know what this is or players who don't do this definitely suffer from consistency. A lot of players suffer from this kind of editing mistake on your screen right now. They tend to select a tile they did not mean to select, and this hurts their consistency and overall speed. To maintain a fast and consistent editing speed, you want to make sure that you move your crosshair as small as possible. This is to ensure that you not only confirm the edit as fast as possible, but also to make sure you don't overdo the edit like most players. The map I showed you in the description below should help if you apply the crosshair placement and the minimal movement in your practice. The fifth and final tip is to have a relatively balanced sensitivity multiplier. I personally recommend 1.7 on build mode sensitivity multiplier and 1.8 on edit mode sensitivity multiplier. I also recommend that your look horizontal and vertical speed is on 44%, but as long as you are in the 42 to 46%, you should be good to go. I recommend playing on linear as well so you don't feel stiff and you have smooth crosshair placement. Turn off all the boosts, and the ADS look horizontal speed and vertical speeds should be up to personal preference. However, I still recommend between 9 to 12%. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I'm going to post more of these videos in the upcoming months and maybe even years. So yeah, make sure to subscribe if you want to see them. Turn on post notifications so you're updated of these tips and tricks. Trust me, you're probably gonna be a better Fortnite player after watching one of my videos. So comment down below some suggestions as well. And yeah, thank you guys for watching.